Who am I? My name is Jett Storm, and this is my second chance at a career in the WWE. Things didn't work out for me last time, but this time will be different. I am the guy that nobody wanted to see succeed. I am the guy who nobody wanted to give a chance to. I am the Outcast, and this time, I'm going straight to the top.
What's up YouTube, this is Mathos927 and welcome back to another edition of My Career for WWE 2K17. This is the 4th episode of the series, and tonight Jett Storm is here on main event, and he's out to cut yet another promo. So we're gonna have to kick it to Storm, see what he has to say. But I mean, a lot of things have been going against Storm as of late. Not just attacks from the NXT champion Samoa Joe, but also getting blindsided by one half of the Revival, Scott Dawson.
The WWE Universe is on fire tonight. Seriously, the passion and energy you guys are exuding is insane. So, do me a favor and take it down, because it's time to get serious.
Typical heel promo here from Jett Storm, just antagonizing the fans for, well, at the moment it seems like no good reason. Maybe Storm will explain that here shortly.
You can sit around and spend your whole life waiting for your shot, or you can just man up and take it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm tired of waiting around for my opportunity. Tired of letting every chance in WWE slip away.
And like I said before, that's exactly why Jett Storm is here. Storm is here because, well, WWE, they gave him the second chance, and of course he's going to take it. But he's going to do even better than before.
There are B+ players, there are A+ players, and then there's me. I'm beyond the scale. I am my own scale. I measure my own greatness, and damn, it's pretty high up there.
So Jett Storm, not much really to say there. Jett Storm just continues to boost his own ego. Jett Storm, like I said, he wants to make it to the top, so of course he's going to act like this, because he believes he should already be there.
I'm not going to leave this arena until I'm given the match I want. I'll be here all night if I have to. I don't care. I'm not letting another minute go by until I'm given what I deserve.
Obviously, Jett Storm referring to Samoa Joe and that NXT championship. I mean, Storm, he got forced to go to NXT, so he wants to go straight to the top. He wants that NXT championship immediately. He doesn't want to have to fight for it. He feels as though he's done enough.
I know what I have said may be opposed by those who can understand it, and I expect as much. However, it does not change the fact that I will cleanse the WWE of its mediocrity for the betterment of all. Thank you.
Now I gotta admit, that was a really poor ending to a promo there. Well, first of all, the betterment of all. This is 2016. Isn't there a better way to phrase that? And that's not on Jett Storm, that's on the game. Like, come on. The way that some of the things are phrased in this game is really weird. Like, once we start getting to the backstage interviews, it gets... it just hurts my brain. Like, it's grammatically correct, but it's just... nobody talks that way. That's like when you get translations from foreign languages, and it's like the way that they word it, how, you know, just the sentences will be structured sort of like the opposite way. But it's in English, and it's written by people who... I would assume that the scripts are made by people who speak English, although I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure how game development works. Anyways, getting off of that tangent, And we're going to jump into another tangent because I did not know that Zack Ryder had new theme music. Just goes to show that I don't keep up enough with the main roster WWE stuff. But this new theme music by Zack Ryder, it's good. I like it. It's that kind of rock metal style, but at the same time, I don't think it has the same personality that his old one did. Like the other one, when it hit, when radio hit, you knew that Zack Ryder was coming to the ring. You knew that it was Zack Ryder. This one, while I do like it, to me it just kind of comes off as like generic sort of rock music, which some of WWE's theme songs do come off that way. They just seem like generic rock music, but some of them are really good. Like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, they've got some really good themes that are appropriate. Kevin Owens as well is another one that they really do fit the characters that they're going with, but some of them just come off as like really generic. But there's not much you can really do about that, I guess. Again, getting on tangents here a little bit, but this has been known to be a tangent series before my career. Last year it wasn't because, like I said, presentation style, my goal was a bit different. This one though, this is a more personal series. I can just kind of talk to you guys about whatever, although it has to be sort of generally related to the match at hand. As right now, for the first time in this series, Jetstorm one-on-one with Zack Ryder, slams him face first. And actually, this is the first time that Jetstorm has ever gone one-on-one with Zack Ryder, because if you recall, Zack Ryder was not in WWE 2K17, and therefore Zack Ryder was not a part of the WWE when Jetstorm competed in it. The same would go true for Heath Slater. They were really dark days, WWE 2K15. We didn't get Zack Ryder. We didn't have my man Heath Slater. It's amazing that I even survived that year. I mean, no Heath Slater. I don't know how I did it. But they're both here now, so perhaps, I mean, we've already seen Storm go one-on-one with Bo Dallas of the Social Outcasts. I think it's only a matter of time until Storm gets to go one-on-one with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Heath Slater. The one-man Southern rock band, baby. Maybe, you never know, maybe Heath Slater could be a champion by the time we get up there. Who knows? Let's look at this. Oh, Jett Storm really wrenching on that arm. Looking to break Ryder's elbow. Break his arm right at the joint. But Ryder with a nice counter. Oh, but there's a kick to the gut from Storm. And Storm going right back to that arm. Jetstorm has really pinpointed that arm. And he is looking to continue to tear Zack Ryder's arm apart. Just look at this. Oh, a bow and arrow submission hold. Knees driven straight into the back of Zack Ryder. But Ryder able to slip out, going for a cover, but Storm quickly kicks out of that. Oh, what a big time drop kick from Storm. So just as it looked like Ryder's getting the counter, starting to gain the upper hand, Storm shuts him down. And again goes back to that arm with a sit-out shoulder breaker. Or sit-out arm breaker, I guess. A shoulder breaker would be more like, well, you know what it is. As Storm picks him up, takes him down with a final cut. Kick up by Ryder. Shoulder breaker is the one where you pick him up in like a powerbomb position. Is that just a sit-out arm breaker, I suppose? That's what it's called. Apologies for getting my moves confused. Sometimes it tends to happen. Let's look at Ryder. Tiger Bomb! But he didn't stick for the pin. It doesn't seem as though Zack Ryder thinks he's done enough to put away Jetstorm. Instead, he wants to try to rally the crowd behind him. A little bit of counter from Storm. Spins him around into an arm drag, and again Storm back to the arm, the shoulder. And it looks like he's going for it again. Looking to really wrench that arm. Oh, and again, that's hard to watch. Jetstorm looking to dislocate Ryder's arm in this matchup, but Ryder the reversal. Ryder somehow fighting back with one arm as he kicks him in the gut. DDT! Spiking Storm's skull first, and now the hook of the leg. 1, 2, nope, just a 1 count. Storm powering out at a count of 1. As both men back to their feet, both men are groggy. They've sustained a ton of damage in this matchup. And Jetstorm, well, there it is again, that stupid move that doesn't want to work. Chop. Well, I mean, he's kind of hitting Ryder. Ryder's just showing no signs of it hitting him. We'll pretend that he hit him with a couple of chops, couple of kicks. But there's another arm drag. Storm again going back to the arm. And just as it looked like Ryder's starting to go in the offensive, it's a reversal from Storm. And again he spikes him face first with that Hurricanrana face plant. And Storm off the second rope, big time splash. But Storm's still not going for the pin. Nope, reversal. You had to think the Storm out was on its way. But Ryder with the reversal. And Zack Ryder could be looking for the Rough Rider. No, reversed. Jawbreaker from Storm doesn't let Zack Ryder get any of it. And look at this. Again, face first goes Storm's opponent. Into the canvas. Storm hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Just barely the kick out from Ryder. I did have to, usually so far, and I think for the future of the series, it's not necessarily going to be just like 1 week per episode. It all depends on like the length of the video. So like this one, I had to split into two different episodes because if I didn't split this, it would have been like the first episode that I did, the last one would have been like 10 minutes maybe, and then this one would have been like half an hour. So that's why I ended up cutting it up the way that it is. This might be the only show featured in this episode. I think that's how it's gonna go. Zack Ryder off the top, elbow drop, elbow drop, and he hooks the leg. Oh, but a kick out by Storm at 2. But Zack Ryder's closing in, and he knows it. Look at this, lion salt from Ryder. Beautiful move. So it seems as though Ryder has really stepped up his game to take on Jetstorm tonight. Oh, big time knee right in the face, right in the mush of Jetstorm, followed up by a leg drop. And Zack Ryder, well, an eye for an eye, going to the arm of Storm. Because now he hooks the leg again, but look at the defiance. Look at Jetstorm, not even a 1 count. Jetstorm doesn't want to show any signs of weakness. If Ryder's gonna play mind games with him like that, well then Jetstorm's gonna dish it right back. Meanwhile, Zack Ryder setting him up. Rough Rider! Ryder hits the Rough Rider, and it could be the end for Jetstorm's winning streak. 2. No! Ryder can't believe it. Jetstorm able to survive the Rough Rider. Ryder now has to be thinking, what does he have to do to put the Storm away? Jetstorm, his winning streak is hanging on by a thread. Is Ryder now to the other arm? And the Broski looking to go to the top rope. The former internet champion, no! Misses the splash. And Zack Ryder crashes and burns. Jetstorm looking to finish him off strike while the iron's hot. Storm out. And it is lights out for Zack Ryder. Hook at the leg. 1, 2, 3. It is all over, folks. Jetstorm, it was a close call, but at the end of the day, another one bites the dust, and Jetstorm's undefeated streak will live on, will survive to fight another day. Jetstorm victorious, a much needed victory for Jetstorm, especially after his last match with Scott Dawson ended in, well, it ended before it began, and then after that, Samoa Joe ambushing him after his victory. Storm needed a victory like this to prove that, well, these distractions, these ambushes, these attacks, he's not phased. Jetstorm will continue to win just like he always has. And here we are, post-match interview, the first one of Storm's new career. Rumor is that you are currently injured. Are you at 100% right now? Well, let's hear what Storm has to say to that. He could very well be dealing with some nagging injuries.
Am I injured? You got this twisted. I'm the one that injures people. You're asking the wrong guy that question. You know what? Save that question for the next person I beat down. I'm sure he can talk about what injury I give him.
So Jetstorm, He's just gonna no-sell it. He's not hurt. Jetstorm, all he does is hurt people. He doesn't get hurt himself. I don't know about the frame rate though. The frame rate is has a little to be desired, but then again, I guess it's just sort of working pains with this game. You were voted as a top 10 favorite. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! And that's the same answer. No! Oh my god, no. This interview's over. This interview's over. We're done. That question, oh my, no. No, they brought back the questions from 2K16. No, 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 no. No, that's not a good thing, career mode. That is like one of my least, it's one of the most generic questions you could ask. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and look at this. Amazing X. Amazing X. It's a 6-man tag, Brooklyn, New York. Jetstorm and the Vaudevillains taking on the Ascension and Amazing X. So we'll see you next time for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.